Okay, so MiHoYo just put out the banners like ridiculously at a weird time, unexpected, and there are the brand new Raiden Shogun banners as well as the Kokomi banners. I'm going to be talking about both of those characters. We're going to talk about the 4 stars in the banner, but of course we're going to talk about one major thing, which is Ayato in this video as well, to see if you can save for him or go on this banner. Let's jump into it. All right, so first off, the Raiden Shogun effing banner. Wow. Benny Boy, Xing Yang, and Sarah. Well, the Sarah was coming, but Benny Boy and Xing Yang. I did not see double pyro and double electro. I totally did not see that coming. That is a ridiculously odd banner. MiHoYo is going crazy with these banners and putting out the weirdest freaking banners. Looking at this banner, if you don't have Benny constellations, 100% try to get yourself some. Hopefully you'll get a couple here and there. And if you're wondering which banner to summon on between Raiden Shogun and Kokomi, my recommendation between the two, I'll go over the weapon banner in just a minute, is since the banners are the same, my recommendation is that if you have Raiden Shogun and you don't have Kokomi, if you're wondering if you should go for Raiden Shogun constellations, don't. Main reason you don't want to go for Raiden Shogun C2 if you don't have Kokomi is you will have way more fun in Genshin Impact in general just by having more variety. Okay, it will be more fun in the long term. Second reason, going for Raiden C2 and going for the big damage increase is insanely powerful. Raiden Shogun's Constellation 2 is a basic like 60% damage increase, just pretty much across the board, like 40 to 60%. It's a very large amount of damage increase. It's very much worth as far as like the summon amount. But if Raiden Shogun is ever countered in content or counted as anti-electro, you're going to be summoning specifically for one character on one banner, and you might get yourself into a situation where you don't have what you really want for the banners. Or if you don't get tired of Raiden Shogun, then every other character that you summon from that point on is just not going to compare to Raiden Shogun. Trust me on these C2 characters. I have played them, and they are super beefy. They're so strong at Constellation 2. This is like the strongest Constellation 2 in the game. So if you're looking for that, so you don't have to summon for a very long time and you just want to save resources, then definitely do it. But if you're looking for fun in like the dull parts of Genshin, then it's go for Kokomi. You'll have a little more fun because you can do enable teams and it's fun just solo content with Kokomi. For Benny Boy, you don't really need any constellations, but he's really good either way. Sarah constellation though, Sarah is really good at Constellation 6 and only Constellation 6. Pre-C6, she's whatever. She doesn't really matter. Using her on team compositions is fine at C2, but like C6 is where you really see the big numbers. If you're wondering about C6 Bennett, if you should enable it, I'll make a whole video on that if you guys want me to. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're curious about C6 Bennett. I've done it before. I really like it. And then on my free-to-play account, I will do it again. If you are curious about it, just let me know and I'll make a whole separate video on Bennett if you need to. All right. For the weapon banner, this one I pretty much shot called straight up. Moyun's Moon, Akomaru, really easy to call that. Sack Fragments called out at the gate. Favonius Lance, pretty much on par, and Lion's Roar. I legitimately didn't I fully call this weapon banner? So I was super wrong. I only got the Sarah over here, but like I called only 5 things like I said I was gonna do, but I only called 5 separate weapons and I got all of them right. And I got the 2 weapons right on the weapon banner. So I got 7 out of 7 on the weapon banner. That's pretty cool. So getting all 7 correct, that was pretty cool. On this weapon banner, Moyun's Moon is an insanely powerful DPSing bow. I really like it on Sarah, very good strong weapon. If you're looking for a very strong weapon for Eula or a really strong weapon over time for Beidou, then the Akomaru is insanely powerful. Engulfing Lightning, if you're wondering if it is worth summoning. The reality of Engulfing Lightning, and I will say this in this video, I personally do not like the Engulfing Lightning on Raiden Shogun. Personally, I just don't like it. The reason I don't like it is because when I build for an Engulfing Lightning, I legitimately have to have ridiculous crit chance and crit damage ratios to rock an Engulfing Lightning. Unless I have C6 Sarah, then I can get away with some other things. Which means I have to spend eons farming perfect crit stats. When in reality, I could just get a staff of Homa and have mid-range stats across the board, and I'm perfectly fine. Engulfing Lightning is an incredible weapon, but I like this weapon way better on Zhang Ling because it's way more forgiving on her. And using this on Raiden Shogun, I feel like I need way more crit stats than I need. I don't know why, but I feel like the weapon just really gets you in this really tight spot for crit for her, and I just never feel like you have enough on Raiden. That's my personal take on how it feels. The donut, however, is a very strong refined weapon. So if you're a Giga Whale, go for the refined. It's insane. It goes from like a 40% normal attack weapon to 120% when you get refined. So it's really, really strong with refines. But obviously, if you're a normal person, don't actually do it. Is this weapon banner good to summon on? It's pretty good. It's okay. But if you get the donut, you're fucked. So that's the reality. So the more donuts you get over time, though, the better. So if you ever play Kokomi and you ever get like an R3 donut randomly while summoning for your other stuff, yeah, it's good. The donut's good on Kokomi for DPS. It's quite good. Yeah. So that's what I have to say about that one. Looking at the Raiden Shogun banner, though, if you're wondering if this is worth summoning versus Ayato, okay, and you're wanting to know if this is the banner, the characters are the one. My thought is they're both probably going to be bitching, but most people already have Raiden Shogun. If you have Kokomi or don't have Kokomi, Ayato can probably do a lot of things that Kokomi can do when it concerns hydro application. I just have a theory about that. My dreams are vivid that, you know, the hydro application could be very much present on a character like Ayato. And the idea that you could get that is very, very probable. So that could happen. As far as the banner goes, for 4 stars, this is a great banner. But a lot of people already have Bennett constellations. A lot of people have Jin Yang constellations already. So if you're missing Sarah constellations, we haven't seen her in a long time. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to go for the Sarah constellations if you want Sarah constellation. They are extremely impactful. And she's probably not going to come back for another like 4 months or so, I would say. So if you're wanting to pit Sarah constellations, I personally don't have any. I don't know if I'm going to summon on this banner on my Asia server account. I really wanted Sarah constellations, but this banner leaves much to be desired for me. I don't know if I want to go for it. And the Kokomi Rerun, I'm a little on the fence on. On my free-to-play account, I'm 100% skipping Raiden Shogun and Kokomi. I do not want either of these characters on my free-to-play account, and I am skipping this weapon banner as well, because I figure if I skip these weapon banners, I'm going to go for Ayato, because he's going to be a way more fun character, and I've already experienced a lot of the things I have to do with Kokomi as well as Raiden Shogun. So both of those characters, while extremely good, I feel like going forward, we want to go for more fun, really cool damage characters at this point. Kokomi as a character is one of those really nice characters to have, but you don't necessarily need. Raiden Shogun is the same. She's extremely fun and really good to have, but yet again, you don't really need either of the characters. But I would never say they're both skip characters. I just am personally skipping both Kokomi and Raiden Shogun on my free-to-play account because I don't really care about Raiden Shogun at all on my free-to-play account. Not because like I can make content on other accounts with Raiden Shogun. It's just because she doesn't really provide impactful value that I want on my free-to-play account. Like, I could use any other DPS in the slot that Raiden Shogun fits in, and there's no reason to bring her. And then on Kokomi, the reason I don't want Kokomi is because I don't have Ganyu, and I don't have other freeze compositions that I would use with Kokomi, because I've already R5 my Mona's Prototype Amber, and I have other alternates that I can run instead of Kokomi, so I don't necessarily need her. But I do need an impactful vape DPS character, because I don't necessarily have one besides Sing Cho, and I really want like a Tartaglia style kind of character that I can run, and I really do want that kind of character. Plus, I've been looking for more enable stuff for my freeze compositions and other things, and I don't really like Kokomi as a primary DPS on freeze compositions, so I think I'm gonna go for Ayato just for that reason on free to play. And for everyone else who's thinking about the constellations or other characters or refines on other weapons, all that stuff, these weapons, the signature weapons, right? These ones have been coming back really, really often, and I like that they're coming back a lot more often. So I think that a lot of people that have been summoning on weapon banners and character banners, you'll start getting these signature weapon banners over time. It'll probably take you about 6 months. Like on my Battle Pass Welcome account, I actually refined 5 the Wavebreaker recently, and I have an R5 Wavebreaker on a non-whale account and I actually use the weapon. It's great, so I don't need any spears or anything like that. And then the Akko Maru, I was really wanting to get additional copies for refines because it's so powerful for Beidou. But in comparison, the Wolf Gravestone is a better weapon because it's a supporting weapon on top of that too. So I don't think any of these weapons are like need weapons that you would need right now, except for Sacrificial Fragments and Favonius Lance. Mulligan's Moon great for DPS, but none of these weapons are like super needed on any part of your account. So I would say even if you're like thinking about getting Raiden Shogun signature weapon, you'd be much better suited going for Raiden Constellations over the signature weapon. And if you want to, just in general, this is just a better to pick up the Constellations over the weapon. And because the Staff of Homer or a Jade Spear do fine, and Catch will do more damage with a C2 Raiden if you're worried about that. The last thing I'm going to say on this video is I would say skip this weapon banner for sure, just in case there is another weapon banner coming out soon. If Ayato is a main DPS, he's most likely going to have a crit weapon of some kind. I don't know, but most likely. And there will probably be other weapons along with it that are extremely good. One of the weapons that we haven't seen in a long time is Wolf Gravestone, and we haven't seen it in over a year. So Wolf Gravestone might come back to the game pretty soon. Don't know for sure, but probable that it's going to come back soon. So if you do need it, or you want refines on your Wolf Gravestone for supporting characters, well, it's literally like 12:30 at night. Did not expect this video at all. I did not expect these banners to be out super late at night. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys didn't, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.